The World Juniors are underway, and the gifts just keep on giving. Next up, Germany and Finland take the ice. No medals for either team in Ostrava, but a new tournament has new expectations. Christmas Day festivities continue, with the world tuning in.
Hello, Canada. Regards from Finland, rainy Finland. We are really waiting for the good competitions.
Best of luck, Finnish Lions. Show them some suomalainen sisu.
Hello, Edmonton. This is Jari Kurri. I wish you all good luck in the tournament. Play smart, play hard, and remember, enjoy the game.
Edmonton, Alberta, Christmas Day 2020. And look, we're all awaiting the end of 2020, but first we get a week of terrific hockey. 20 group play games at the World Juniors. Germany and Finland today. And the Germans playing their first game of any sort after a COVID nightmare to start this tournament. Hello, Canada. James Duthie and Bob McKenzie with you. Merry Christmas and welcome to Game 2 of 3 here on opening day of the 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship. Slovakia winning the first one, 1-0 over Switzerland. It is Germany and Finland now. And look, every team in this tournament has been impacted by COVID, but no team more than the Germans. 9 positive tests, a bunch of players still in quarantine, and only 14 skaters available today. This is a little game sheet we get of the rosters. It's supposed to look like this, the Finnish side. Look at that massive gap. Only 14 players available for Germany today, but they do have one ace up their sleeve. Dennis Bayak and Craig Button have more.
Ottawa Senator fans will certainly be keeping an eye on number 8 for Germany, Tim Stützle. So, Craig, why don't you tell us what they should be looking for?
Well, you're not going to have to look very hard because he's an exciting player. He's a creative player, but he's also a player that doesn't dip a toe into the game. He grabs it by the scruff of its neck, and he wants to make an impact. And that's going to be really important for Germany. They're playing with 9 forwards and 5 defensemen in their first 2 games. Pretty good test for Finland against Finland and Canada, but I will tell you this about Tim Stützle. He has never seen a challenge that he doesn't think he can meet and overcome. I mean, he's going to be a terrific NHL player. Ottawa Senators fans, you got a good one.
Ice time will not be an issue. He had 5 assists in last year's tournament.
Thank you, boys. The Florida Panthers also have a good one in Anton Lundell, captain of Team Finland. They'll be led by them and a 16-year-old kid with some deep Canadian roots.
That's right. Anton Lundell is on fire in the Finnish Elite League. He's already got 12 goals this season. He slipped out of the top 10 of last year's draft because people questioned, would he be elite offensively? He's been elite offensively in Finland. This would have been his 3rd World Juniors, except for the fact he was injured last year. He's their leader. And then you've got Brad Lambert, just turned 17 years old, Saskatoon and Saskatchewan roots. His uncle Lane is the associate coach of the New York Islanders. His dad Ross played in the Western Hockey League, and Brad himself has been scoring well in the Finnish Elite League against the men and has been in the top 6 on his own team, and he's in the top 6 on this team as well.
Finland is 11-0 all-time against Germany at the World Junior Hockey Championship, outscoring them 53-4. Kari Peronen starts in goal for Finland. Arno Tifensi for the Germans today. Last 5 appearances at the World Juniors, Germany only has 1 win in group play. They'll have to pull off a massive upset today against Finland.
The 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship from Edmonton, Alberta is brought to you in part by Esso. The Esso brand has fueled Canada's love of hockey for over 80 years. By Nike, official gear of Canada's national hockey teams. By TELUS, helping build stronger communities on and off the ice. When we give back together, we're all connected for good. And by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Team Canada. The 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship from Edmonton, Alberta is brought to you in part by Chevrolet. Find new reasons to cheer. Find new roads.
Game two of a triple header here in Edmonton as the 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship is underway. Germany and Finland will meet in our second game of the day. Referees for this game: Kyle Kowalski of Edmonton, Tyson Stewart of Lamont, Ontario. The linesmen are Brett Mackey of Surrey and Matthew Manella of Niagara Falls. That's your crew for this. In nets for Finland, Kari Piereni. He's the last 2 seasons in Windsor of the Ontario Hockey League for Pierinen. And for Germany, it'll be Arno Tiefensee. Gold at the Division I U18 last year that was played in France. And he will start in behind the bench for Finland. Antti Pennanen, an assistant in the 2016 gold medal winning team in Finland. And Toby Abstreiter, coaching since 2010. This is his second World Junior Championship.
Well, fellas, Christmas Day, World Juniors, have some fun.
Yes, let's have some fun. This one's underway. Billy Heinola. Hatakka will work it straight up. Hatakka will carry in, plays it around the boards. Well documented, the short-staffed German team. We'll talk about that as this game goes on. Cleared up through center. Hatakka's there to break it up for Finland. Hatakka takes a bump from Elias. Elias comes up with the puck, and then he's stripped of the puck, and it's back for Billy Heinola. He couldn't get anywhere. Germany back in on the attack. Oh, great opportunity there off the backside for Peterka, the Buffalo pick, and he ripped that one over top the net.
What a play by Tim Stützle again. You know, attack. That's his mindset, attack. And that's exactly what he ends up doing right here. And Peterka knows, hey, when I'm out here, I have a chance to get the puck. Anyway, quickly across, Peterka receives the puck and gets a great scoring chance. He misses the net. But that is Tim Stützle to a T right there. You know, the littlest of opportunities that might not be taken advantage of by lesser players, he's taken full advantage.
Looking to play in this competition. The arm injury that has kept them out of games. Hatakka back for Heinola. And Finland will regroup as Hatakka will take it back in behind his netminder.
Yeah, you talk about the Stützle injury. It was a hand injury, broke his hand. Fully recovered.
And looking forward to this tournament. Jammed up along the boards, Krobot. For Germany, plays it back into his own end. Manuel Alberg will send this in. And Niemela hustles back for Finland, tosses it up at center. That gets intercepted. Viro will have to turn and chase this back into his own zone. Nemo Viro. Through the middle of the ice for Nikkanen. Nikkanen plays it across for Yaravente, but no room there. And just cleared back to the Finnish blue line. Putio will take it back into his own zone. Plays it back for Viro. And Viro will leave for Putio. Early going here in Edmonton. Parsonen sends this up for Putio. Back to the line it comes, slap shot, that got blocked. Pressure here by Finland. Nikkanen dishes it off. Looking for a little bit of room is Ratty. Tries to get it back to the line and can't. This gets picked up and cleared up to center ice. Peterka hits to the front of the net. Stützle tracks it down in the corner. Dishes for Elias. Elias puts it back for Peterka. Peterka thought he could get the stick lift there on Nikkanen, could not. Nikkanen plays it for Puhakka. Puhakka in the high slot. Fans on the shot as it was bouncing on him. And it's cleared up to center ice. Raniami plays it back in for Finland. And Zimmerman will send it all the way around the boards. And Elias will send it all the way down the ice. And this will be an icing call. We may see some of this from Germany just to kind of slow the play down.
Well, you don't want to see it from them because they're shorthanded. Look at the bench. I mean, they're well spread out. You talk about physical distancing. It's not what they wanted. They want to have a full complement of players. And by contrast, there's the Finnish bench. Now they're going to get 3 players back on December 27th, a goaltender and 2 defensemen. And then after that, have more of a full complement. The protocols are very significant and very serious and very much part of the overall standards being put into place for the health of everybody. Unfortunate for Germany, but necessary.
Hatakka moves into the slot. Hatakka trying to get a wrist shot away. Couldn't against the checking of Henry Nikkanen. Finland does control. Hatakka sends it backdoor score. Hatakka across and Lundell.
The reason I said that icing, because you're tired. And you know, you're going to be even more tired with a short bench. And that's icing is not a good play here for Germany during this game. But this is a terrific play. Hatakka jumps in here. He recognizes that he can receive the puck, and then he spots Lundell and makes no mistake about it. Lundell has lots of time and puts it into the upper part of the net. But Hatakka jumps in, understands that he can get that puck. Defensemen have to become part of your offensive attack. And you have to be able to jump into the play, get playing below the tops of the circles, and certainly Santero Hatakka does exactly that.
What helps Finland, too, is Anton Lundell is so good in the face-off department. He was 58.8% in the 2019 World Junior Championship. Didn't play last year because of an injury. Lambert plays this back at the line. Niemela lets the long shot go. Hero jumps in from the left point, trying to hold it in. Gets a little bit of help from Parson, but it does get out. And Niemela will scamper back into his own zone.
If there's a game plan for Germany, it would be that the goaltender has to cover up the puck at every turn. So try to get your breaks through those type of stoppages.
Schumacher to the line, little delay, and as a result, offside is called as Volek in full flight couldn't hold up.
There's Anton Lundell. Was not able to participate in the tournament last year, but he gets himself open, a little quick turn. He knows where to go, and Hatakka knows where he's going. Puts it right on the tape, and Anton Lundell's having a terrific year in the SM Liga. Second in goals scored. Kind of a star-crossed 2019-20 season. Very good young prospect. Florida Panthers draft pick. And how nice is it for him to be able to go to a team where you got Sasha Barkov as your #1 center, and you can just settle in and learn from him.
Butia trying to get the wrist shot through, got blocked. Knocked from the blue line. Firo snaps it over top the German net. And the puck now jammed to the line. Doesn't get out, yes, but Finland will control. Roddy plays it back for Firo, and Roddy will head to the bench on the line change. Left wing pass intended for Puhakka. Puhakka now on the loose puck. Had a glorious point-blank chance, and it skipped over his stick. Plays it out front, and that got deflected away before it got to Petman. Petman loses control of it and plays it back for Hatakka. Hatakka dishes for Heinola. Heinola rink wide, takes the return pass. Fire save made. That may have gone off the mask of Tiefensee. Hatakka deep in the attacking zone again. Back for Heinola. Heinola lets the wrister go, and that is grabbed and held. 1-0. Finland with the early lead and the goal by Lundell.
Well, considering he's likely to play well over half the game tonight, you'd think Tim Stützle would have given himself some time off in warm-up, but nope, last guy off the ice. He was asked the most minutes he's ever played, said He doesn't know how many, but his coach in junior made him play the entire final 9 minutes of a game once. Said he got sick in the dressing room afterwards. He said they're not going to use this as an excuse. They need to play hard and they need to have fun. No excuses because they're shorthanded here in the tournament lid lifter, guys.
Thank you, Ryan Rashad. Yes, there will not be a shortage of ice time for a number of the players. That's the positive for Germany, and the negative for Finland is it's going to be some of the top players, Peterka and Stützle, that get some extra ice time.
Yeah, it is, but the way Finland plays too, they can apply so much pressure on you and make you work and work and work because they're always trying to break you down. So that tires you out as well. You know, when you start to think about tactical approach to a game like this, Germany's going to have to use their brains more than they use their legs. Well, they are. They're going to have to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to have to be positioned right. Sometimes you're just going to have to say, okay, that's a play. Penalty coming up here to Germany now.
It's been a tough goal all the way back to the camp. Lucas Reichel's not here. He tested positive before, not eligible to come and play. Nino Kinder.
Sorry, I was wrong. I thought it was a penalty on Germany. It's going to be a penalty on Hirvonen.
Number 22, Team Finland, 2 minutes, check behind, and 10-minute misconduct.
So there's the call into the numbers.
Yeah. That's a hit on Luca Munzenberger, who is headed to the University of Vermont to play for former Winnipeg Jets assistant coach Todd Woodcroft.
Yes, Woody's looking forward to that. Face-off in the Finland zone as Germany will go to work on the power play. Way back, Stützle plays it back at the line. Peterka walks it in, takes a look, goes cross ice for Gnip. Stützle tried to come cross ice, intercepted, and this will get sent all the way down the ice. Talk about Germany missing some players. Moritz Seider's not here either, eligible to play, but is playing in Sweden and elected to stay back there. So Germany on the power play. Simon Gnip plays it. Schumacher off that backside. Alberg with a good pass that just failed to click. Peterka takes the long feed at center. On for Stützle. Gnip slows the play up, takes a look. Power play for Germany into the back half of it. And now a steal. And that gets cleared down the ice by Lundell.
Lundell's too good to not recognize what Gnip is trying to do there, and he puts Peterka into a terrible spot, and Lundell just eats it up.
Lundell from Hatakka and Hirvonen, the scoring play for Finland that has them up by a score of 1-0. Cleared in by Schwager. Comes back at the line. Schwager then gets it back from Enrique Morales. Enrique Morales dishes it off. The return feed to the near side intended for Dubé. Finally does get to him, and the shot rattled off the shin pad front went wide. Big hit there as Probot stepped into his man. And this gets stuffed up at center ice. Helenius skates it in for Finland, gets bumped off the puck. Helenius stays on it. And then Munzenberger dodges a bit of a check. Comes up with the puck and sends it back into the Finnish zone. Kontinen, the Toronto draft pick, dishes it off. Putia to the front of it, and it comes. And a good save there by Defensi. Back up for Alberg. Alberg lets the wrister go. Off a stick and wide, Alberg stays on it. Try to get it back. Intercepted, and Ratty will clear for Finland. Some room down the left side by Nikkanen, and then Nikkanen gets chopped down, and that will result in a penalty.
Schumacher was hustling
18
back,
Germany, minor penalty.
trying to get. Nikkanen reaches in here with his body and pokes in, and looks like he toe picked. Doesn't look like Schumacher. The stick's there, and then I mean, the stick was kind of on the middle of his shin pad, but I didn't think it was the motion of Schumacher's stick. But the referee is on the other side. He gets kind of blocked out a little bit.
Brad Lambert tries to feed that to the front of the net. That got blocked. Stepped in at the blue line by Parson, and now on a second opportunity. This will get cleared down the ice, and Niemela will go back for Finland. Slows it up through center, banks it off the sideboards. But Parsonen has to circle back, but he gains some speed, finds some room. Parsonen takes it wide. Parsonen being watched closely, spins it back. Maximilian Zlitzel, number 22, is trying to stay with Parsonen. Back to the near side for Lambert. Tip play in front of the net. Nice play between Lambert and Ratty. And a good save by Tiefensee. Another shot by Lambert. Tiefensee makes another stop. Nikkanen comes up with the loose puck. Niemela at the line. The shot. That got blocked. Lambert took the whack at a rolling puck. Lambert now gets pinned to the backboards. Peterka trying to tie him up. Lambert on it again. Fakes, goes to the backhand. And Tiefensee with the glove save, and he'll shut this down.
Brad Lambert, he ends up finding himself holding that shoulder a little bit, but here's the first shot on that tip, trying to hit Aku Ratty going through the middle. He gets himself open again for another shot. It goes short side, so he's got the goaltender thinking a little bit, but they're working on that right shoulder. I didn't see where he might have had a collision there.
Lundell back for Billy Heinola. Heinola sends it cross ice. One-timer attempt and a misfire there by Roby Yaravente. Back for Heinola. Down for Lundell. He snapped that one, looking high glove. Misses the net, and it caroms around the glass all the way back into the Finland zone. 15 seconds now on the power play. Yaravente to center, dishes it off. Mantekivi tries to work it free. Heinola trying to hold it in, can't. And he's back out at center ice. Simon Taival will send it back in. 4 shots on that power play for Finland. As out of the penalty box is Schumacher. Schumacher going in after a loose puck. Gets tied up there by Viro. Emil Viro, a Detroit third-round pick. Heinola, the Winnipeg Jets first-round pick. I've seen actually in the National Hockey League. Has his first National Hockey League goal. It came in Pittsburgh. And they'll tie this up and get a stoppage in play. Look at Tim Stützle as he makes his way back to the bench. Time now for Gear Up with Skip the Dishes. And again, as the referees get ready for this game, it is all Canadian officials in this tournament. Because of COVID restrictions, travel was limited. Kyle Kowalski and Tyson Stewart, the referees, as they get ready for this game. Skip the Dishes, the official food delivery app of Hockey Canada. Snapped up at center. So room for Hellenius. Tried to play it back at the line, a misfire, and here comes Stützle. Peterka heads to the front of the net. Stützle puts it there. Peterka gets a couple of whacks at it. Purainen is down. Cleared back to the line, kept in. Well, Peterka's had a couple of good looks in this game.
Well, and he knows when Tim Stützle has the puck on his stick, get open, get ready, because he can get him the puck. A lot of players, you're playing with a player such as Tim Stützle, you might not think that you're going to get the puck from him or that he can't get it to you. Don't ever think that, because he will get the puck to you.
Stolen in the Finland end by Nikkanen. Mikko Nikkanen sends it ahead. Rava tied up on the far side boards. And a battle for a loose puck ensues. Ratty knocked away from him by Steven Rabbit. Finland on the pursuit though, back for Nikkanen. Nikkanen's long shot goes wide, didn't get much on it. And Korbach is there to clear it out to center. And then Alberg will take a bump in front of his own bench. Things are changing. A misfire on the pass for Hatakka. And Kokkonen will regroup. Kokkonen for Yaravente. Yaravente off his stick. Hatakka follows up and sends it along the boards. May have hit the linesman. It doesn't get deep into the German zone. Bounces around outside the line and picked off by Zimmerman. Mario Zimmerman in his first IIHF event for Germany. Drops it back for Schumacher. Schumacher back for Zimmerman. The pass up the middle is deflected away. And Billy Heinola will track this loose puck down. He gets chased all the way back into his own zone by Enrique Morales. Stutzla puts on the brakes against the checking of Hatakka. And Heinola has the puck. Heinola's stick breaks as he tries to get a slap shot in. It does make its way into the German zone. And now as Heinola goes for a new stick, Peterka has some room. Peterka to the backside trying to find Eliash. Stutzel tracks the loose puck down. Back for John Jason Peterka. 4 goals and 6 points in 7 games for him in the D1 championship. Or rather last year in Czech Republic for Germany. Bounces around in front of the net. This gets cleared. And grabbed off and controlled by Hellenius. Samuel Hellenius snaps the pass up the center. 5 minutes now left to go, period number 1. Dennis Bayak, Craig Button, our TSN crew here in Edmonton. There's a good deflection in front of the net. Hellenius got a stick on that. Around for Munzenberger. Alberg gets his stick tied up. There's a shot save made. Kiernan with a couple of saves. Here Ryman makes a glove save on that long shot. And the puck comes loose and grabbed off by Puhaka. He'll play it for Petman, and Petman will play it back into his own zone. Raniami parks in behind his own net. Raniemi for Vero. Vero plays this ahead for Putia. His shot is off the skate or off the leg and wide. Nikkanen goes in after it. Nikkanen gets the puck loose, but on the near side there's a penalty coming up as Michael Putia was taken down hard.
Justin Volek's going to get the penalty. He had his arms all wrapped around him and couldn't get him out of the way before he hauled him down. And
Parson.
Kyle Kowalski, number 15, the referee. It wasn't going by him.
And now play gets whistled down. It is going to be a holding penalty and a power play for Finland.
Here's Justin Volek as he gets tied in with Putia. Now he's grabbed on, the stick's up. Yeah, it kind of grabs onto the stick, but the foul was committed long before that.
Second power play of the game for Finland. 0 for 1 with 4 shots on goal on the first man advantage. Reminder, USA and Russia to close out today's action here in Edmonton. Finland to the power play. Operated at 22.2% last year at the World Championship in the Czech Republic. 6 for 27 was Finland with the man advantage. Lundell plays this back at the line. Heinola couldn't get over quick enough. And then Heinola will chase it back into his own end. Yaravente He'll send it into the corner, comes back up top for Heinola. Heinola sends it cross ice. Lundell on the near side. Heinola gives it to him. Lundell goes cross ice. Yaravente tried the one-timer, fanned on it. Ganip trying to clear it up the boards. Comes off the backboards. Ganip ties his man up. Yaravente on the loose puck. Misfired on his first pass. Now finds Lundell, who finds Heinola. And he'll find Yaravente. Lundell back for Heinola. Quick shot. And save made. We'll get a face-off in the German end of the ice.
And for Arno Tippensee, just every time you have a chance to slow down the play, stop it, get some fresh players out there, do it. That's what you got to do. It'll be interesting when the second period gets going. The long change will present a whole new set of challenges for Germany with the shorter bench and the longer change.
And the schedule doesn't do them a whole lot of favors. They play Canada tomorrow. That'll be Canada's first game. Finland remains on the power play. The pass was one that got slowed up just enough. It never did get to Lambert. So Lambert back out, got shaken up his last shift. Shoots right-handed, just like Uncle Lane.
J.J. Peterka hit him into the boards, and
here comes Lambert busting through. Great rush by Brad Lambert and a great save by Tiefensee.
Yes, it was. And Brad Lambert, it's like he's just gliding over the ice, and he changes gears, a little quick shift, and he's in alone and tries to shift to his backhand, and as the goaltender Tippensee is moving, try to flip it back the other way and catch him with his momentum, and the net opens up, but Tippensee gets enough of it. Very slick player. Brad's a very slick player.
Great moves there as he makes his way in. Named the top forward at the European Festival in 2019. Power play is over. 2 shots on that power play for Finland. So Finland now 0 for 2 with the man advantage. And on the positive side, Germany 2 for 2 on the penalty kill.
Is that European Festival? Does that like include musical acts and everything? Like, you know,
I haven't been there, but maybe I'll put it on my calendar. It should.
Nashville, they have the music festival in between periods.
There's music in Nashville?
At that Bridgestone Arena, they have a lot of fun.
Rumor has it there's even some bars in Nashville that have music.
I'm talking about during the game, right? Like that second set between the periods, they get out there and play.
Ratty plays it back. Putia with the blast from the line, and shot by Putio does get through, and we'll get another face-off.
Kasper Putio started in Swift Current, ended up being traded over to Everett. Good young player. Him and Niemela have some similarities in their games. You know, right shot defenseman, heady, good with the puck. Now they're both very similar too. That they're going to need more time to allow maturity to take place, but good puck skills, good thinking out on the ice, competitors.
Through center for Ville Heinola. Some room on the far side, and Nikkanen lets the shot go, rebound, score! The puck was loose.
Tiefensee didn't know where it was. It was right at his feet, and Akurati just never stopped. Finds the loose puck right at his feet. Off the shot by Nikkanen. Try to keep the puck alive, but Heinola makes a really good pass, and there it is. He doesn't know where it is. And by the time he has any type of awareness of where it may be, Akurati has poked it past him for a 2-0 lead.
Ratty, an Arizona draft pick. Aturati, who was expected to be part of this team. Kind of a positional numbers situation with Finland. So 2-0 Finland here in the dying seconds of period number 1. Grabbed off and taken into the corner by Rabbit. And the first period comes to an end, dominated by Finland, as Finland outshoots Germany 15-4 and outscores them 2-0. Goals by Lundell and Ratty. 20 minutes done here, Finland up by 2.
Tons of hockey over the holidays, and NBA on TSN continues Sunday with 3 games on tap, beginning with a clash between the Mavs and Clippers. The action gets underway 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, and rolls all day long on TSN. Germans trying to hang in there. Here's John Peterka with Ryan Rashad.
Down 2-0 after the first. Considering how shorthanded you guys were, how do you think you did, and how did the legs feel after coming out of quarantine?
Yeah, like you said, we're short-handed, but I think we play a good game here with only 3 lines, and I think we are good defensively, and we gotta just put our chances in, and then can keep it tight here.
You're a second-round draft pick of the Buffalo Sabres. The scouting report on you is you like to play fast and hard all the time. Can you do that in a game like this, or do you have to save energy a little bit?
No, I think of course it's hard to play like so many shifts, but I like playing fast, and I think we do that. And yeah, I think that's a game we can win if we play hard the whole time, and we gotta go through that.
Thanks, JJ.
Thank you.
They always sound out of breath in those intermission interviews, but you can understand tons of ice time for those two guys. And James Duthie and Bob McKenzie, your first intermission. I guess that went exactly as expected. The Germans trying to hang around against a superior Finnish team, and every opportunity they get comes from Stützle and Peterka.
And you're right. And you know, it's even worse than just having 9 guys out of the lineup that are here and in quarantine right now. Prior to their camp in Germany, Lucas Reichel, Chicago first-rounder, Nino Kinder, a veteran guy of the junior program, 2 forwards, 2 really good forwards, they tested positive. And their number 1 goalie, Tobias Ančička, also tested positive. That was even before they flew to Canada and then had the 9 positive tests once they got here. So what they're going to get from Tim Stützle and JJ Peterka. And you wonder if they had scored on this very first opportunity, right off the bat. Turnover at the blue line, good heads up play by Stützle to get it over to Peterka. Peterka can't finish that one because the Finnish defender gets a stick on it. They had another opportunity that was very similar to that not too long after that. So it's going to be really difficult. They're climbing a huge mountain now, down 2-0, especially with that late goal. It takes a lot out of them, and they're going to run out of gas over the course of time. But you know what? They knew they were playing Canada and Finland in the first couple of games, and those are the toughest ones for them. They've got to prepare themselves for the Swiss and the Slovaks.
I think you're bang on. 1-0 would have felt like a victory for them coming out of that period, but that late goal, we'll see how much it sinks them in the second. You talk so much about Brad Lambert, the 2022 draft prospect who has Canadian roots, and he impressed you in that first?
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, Lundell got the first goal, and he's as advertised, the captain of the team, and he's been on fire offensively in the Finnish Elite League. But take a look at Brad Lambert and the run that he made up the ice when he came up with that puck and went basically end-to-end. Now, Lambert could be a 2022 draft top pick. We got Shane Wright in Canada. You've got Brad Lambert, who's Finnish, although he's got Saskatoon roots, and his dad Ross is at home in Saskatoon quarantining in the basement as he came over for that. But boy, oh boy, he's a shooter on the power play, had all sorts of power play opportunities from the top of the circle on that second Finnish power play, and that was a tremendous play going end to end.
Aku Räty gets the second goal. Anton Lundell, the Florida Panthers prospect, gets the first goal for Finland, and they're up 2-0 after 1 period of play. We're going to get you set for USA-Russia next with a lot of Canadian NHL team draft prospects in the mix.
Character, integrity, respect. If we bring good sportsmanship on and off the ice, we can help end bullying.
Canada opens up tomorrow against Germany. They're practicing right now in the rink that's attached to this building, and we can tell you that Andre Tourigny, who's a pretty laid-back guy, has stopped practice twice to give a stern lecture to his team. Did not like the way practice was going wants them sharp when they take on Germany in the opener of this tournament. We're on the air 5:30 p.m. Eastern with the pregame show. Still one more game to go tonight as soon as Finland and Germany is done, and it should be a dandy. USA, Russia. The Americans have won 5 straight against the Russians in this tournament. Russians will be out to end that tonight. And USA-Russia is a good enough reason for any Canadian hockey fan to want to watch, but there are fans of multiple Canadian NHL teams who have a vested interest in this one. You want to run through the key guys?
Well, certainly when Team USA takes to the ice tonight, everybody in Ottawa is going to be looking at defenseman Jake Sanderson. How's he doing? How's he doing? The other big player that they got out of that draft in addition to Tim Stützle. Sanderson is basically preparing himself to be an elite NHL defenseman. He's so big, he's so strong, he's so fast. He just makes things happen. Comes in off the blue line, walks the blue line. He's not afraid to jump up, but he can also physically dominate. And then you got Cole Caulfield. Just the Montreal Canadian first-round pick, scored 2 highlight reel goals in that game, especially that backhand up under the crossbar. And yeah, he scored 4 goals in his last pre-tournament game last year, but you can tell he's going to have a much bigger and better role on Team USA. And those 2 guys in particular for Ottawa and the Montreal Canadiens will be watching with great interest.
And the Canucks fans and Leaf fans watching the Russians closely.
Yeah, when you look at the Russian team in their first line, and you've got Vasily Podkolzin, team captain for Russia, playing on his 3rd World Junior Championship. He's the right winger on the top line, and of course Vancouver Canuck fans are going to want to see how he's faring. And then over on the left side, you've got Rodion Amirov, who was the Toronto Maple Leaf first-round pick in this most recent NHL draft. So you've got some of the top players for the U.S. are from Canadian drafted teams, and same thing with the Russians.
Amirov, Leaf fans already know, at the Kerala Cup, scored in each of his first 3 games. So his first 3 international games for Russia. No other Russian player in history has done that. So lots to look forward to for all those Canadian teams. And hey, fans of any hockey like Russia and USA on Christmas night here from Edmonton. Still 2 periods to go here. The Finns on top, 2-0 over Germany.
Two 2-0 Finland. Anton Lundell opens the scoring. Hadaka and Hirvonen with the assists at 3:38. And then Akurati, an Arizona draft pick, set up a couple of Winnipeg Jets draft picks. Nikkanen and Heinola. That one came with just 12 seconds left to go in period number 1. There's your shots on goal. 2-0 Finland, but Germany certainly did create some chances.
Yeah, they did get a shot. Finland had the first 13 shots of the period, and if they're going to get scoring opportunities, bet on Tim Stützle or J.J. Peterka to get him. Nice little play here by Stützle to the strip. Heinola from the puck, and then Peterka in a great spot, misses the net. And then, again, on the attack, trying to hit the streaking Stützle at the other post. And then another nice little rush play here as they come up the ice, and a really good little defensive play. And it's important for the other German players, too, not to just rely on Stützle and Peterka for their chances. That was a nice play by Dubé, getting inside and trying to get that shot off. And so unfortunately, that goal with 12 seconds left in the first period, where the goaltender really just couldn't find the puck, makes that uphill climb just a little bit steeper for Germany beginning in the second.
Second period gets going. Peterka lets the wrist shot go off the stick over top the net. Heinola plays it up the left side, boards out to center. Lundell tried to get a handle on it, could not. And Zimmerman back in his own end for Germany. The center ice and no further. And offside is Anton Lundell, bouncing puck, and Lundell just in ahead of the play.
He's confident. You watch him out on the ice, he carries himself, he's assertive, really assured in his play. Doesn't look that far away from being able to be a contributor at the NHL level.
There's a number of players at this tournament. Chance in front of the net that aren't that far from becoming NHL players. Right across the goal line. And it does not have the outturn or the in-turn, whatever that was needed to get across. Slap shot to the front of the net, or a slap pass from Munzenberger, and that got turned aside and back up the ice now for Germany. Lutzel couldn't get anywhere. Lambert drops it back. Niemela the shot. We have an injured German player and slow to get up after blocking a shot. This Schumacher. Gonna try and skate that off.
So here was the play, Dennis. We were talking about the inward-outward turn, and it ends up taking a turn outward. Just past the post, off a back, off a leg.
Putio with the shot from the right point. That got blocked. Putio has it again. Putio will send it across. Pressure now again by Finch. Shot, score! A floater from the blue line.
Well, it redirected off of something, Dennis. I mean, we just saw that replay where it was bouncing in and off of everybody in and around the German net. And it missed the far post and stayed out, while this one bounced around too. And Germany wasn't as fortunate.
Mikko Kokkonen lets it go. And what does it hit?
Looks like it hits the backside. Trying to right the backside as Kokkonen throws the puck here. It hits the backside of Poutier and redirects the other way past the Tiffensee.
So Finland won late in the first and another here early in the second. Peterka clears this up at center. Back after it, Raniami. The center ice and no further. Then now stopped and cleared back in by Putia. From center ice, Niemela will send this in. Tiefensee will block it, plays it up on the glass.
Yep.
Elias goes after it. Elias had to get away from him and right back up the ice for Finland. This gets stopped at the line by Zimmerman and cleared back up for Elias. Elias with Stützle and Peterka. Peterka throws it to the front of the net, just beyond the reach of Stützle. And back up the ice for Putia. Drops it back for Petman. The shot right on. Good quick release there by Mikko Petman. Back up the ice, Zimmerman tried to play that cross ice. Stützle off the corner boards, gets it back at the line. Played off the backboards. And this will bounce off a stick and make its way out at center ice.
Stützle has quick hands. He intercepts that pass, but he's not only just looking to intercept the pass, he's ready for the next play. Isn't able to connect at the point, but his mind speed is very impressive.
Albert's pass got turned over. Almost a chance there for Lundell. Another shot. That comes off the backboards. Lundell goes after it. Niemela at the line. Niemela will send it all the way around. Simon Tavel plays it back up. Trying to dish that off was Hirvonen. And offside is whistled down at the line.
There's going to be a penalty. Dubé was tripped.
So power play coming up for Germany.
Hirvonen.
Team Finland, number 22, 2 minutes, tripping.
So he gets on a clear trip on Dubé. Hirvonen ends up on the wrong side of it. Here's the goal. There's Kokkonen with the shot. And as Poutier is trying to get out of the way, it kind of connects with his left hip and redirects. No chance. Good fortunate bounce for Finland.
Slapped around the boards and off the stick. And back in the German zone it goes as Peterka couldn't handle that rolling puck. Stützle plays it on for Alberg. Jumping in from the line, Peterka holds it in, drops it back for Stützle. Stützle plays it back. Gnip back for Stützle. Tried to play it back. The back pass got intercepted. Carried back down short-handed is Hellenius. Big Hellenius controls it on the far side. Hellenius is draft eligible for this summer's NHL draft. Stutzle, of course, already drafted, number 3 overall. Ottawa Senators and their fans have to be pleased with what they have seen so far from him in the early going of this game.
He does everything mentally at the NHL pace, and he's crisp with the puck, he's quick, he's firm. And yeah, he's going to have some moments when he turns pro in the NHL where he's going to have to adjust and go through those growing pains, so to speak, but he does, not only does he have the high-end skill, but he's got NHL habits, pro habits, and that helps having played in the DEL, which is the German Pro League with Adler Mannheim.
Krobot and Volek combining for an opportunity there for Volek that missed the net. Power play continues, shot, rebound. What a chance in front of the net. And Pierre Ryan may have got a piece of that shot, score. Power play goal, Samuel Dubé.
Well, Samuel Dubé missed on the first shot. It was wide open, or certainly appeared that way, but he goes and hunts the puck. He gets hard and aggressive and determined to win that puck. You're going to see the first chance here. It's a great opportunity. He misses it, but now he gets on the hunt, and he grabs that puck, and he sees an opening, and he comes right to the net and buries it the second time. There's the miss, and there's that is wide open. That's just a miss. That wasn't like the first game with Motkowski, and there's the one in between the arm and the body of Peroinen, and 3-1.
Power play goal.
Dubé had a good chance in the first period too, where he stepped in and didn't get a shot, a good shot, but he was attacking.
Son of Yannick Dubé, a Vancouver draft pick. Played a couple of Memorial Cups. Heinola breaks this up at center. On for Lundell. Lundell dishes it off, hits to the net. And the shot comes right on, save made. Good quick release is Lundell with the nice setup.
There he gives a little look, and then he sees, I can bring it right to the net, and he does. Peroinen, see Peroinen, he's deep in the net, and Dubé takes full advantage of it.
Back at the line. Emil Vira with the wrister that never got through, up the center. Niemela breaks it up. Right back in. Cross ice feed there from Putia. Ends up on the far side, boards in Germany now back. The pass intended for Stutzle, intercepted. Stutzle jumps on it again. Gets away from him though. Vira with Stutzle in pursuit, drops it back for Niemela. Niemela up for Lambert. Lambert back to Viro, who's trying to find a little bit of room through the middle of the ice. Didn't find enough. Stutzle plays it back for Gannett. Lead pass for Peterka. Gets away from him. Niemela ties up Raba as they battle for a loose puck. And Finland on it with a pass for Lambert. Lambert works at the center, gets away from a bit of a hook. Dropped it back at the line, trying to leave it there for Nikkanen.
Dubé hunts the puck. He's on the puck. He was below the goal line against Niemela. He was really pushing the pace to try to find it. We saw what he did on the first goal.
Pudio from the line, tried to get that one through. It hit away. Almost an odd man rush for Germany. Enrique Morales getting chased, but it's cleared away from him. Sent around the boards and flipped up at center. Munzenberger breaks it up for Germany. Munzenberger plays it back into the finish end of the ice, and now right back up for Niemela.
What a bad break for Volek. That was a really nice pass by Munzenberger, and Volek was away with a chance, and he just lost his footing.
Back to the line for Hellenius. Takes a bit of a bump, played back at the line and deflected out for center ice by Petman. Petman on for Oaxaca. That scoring chance gets turned aside, and Elias will skate it back out to center. Elias spins Hellenius around. And some room for Ville Heinola. Drops it for Petman. Petman throws it to the front of the net. This goes off the leg into the corner. Hirvonen trying to center it. Leaves it there for Lundell. For Heinola. Heinola swings it around the boards. Hirvonen trying to center. And a puck that ended up with right in the high slot with a good opportunity for Simon Tevel. And now this will be grabbed by Tiefensee, and he will hang on to it. Germany finds the back of the net, 3-1. Canada's quest for gold at the 2021 World Juniors begins tomorrow. They kick off this tournament against Germany. Coverage begins at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, only on TSN. The future of hockey lives here. One more game to be played today yet. That is USA and Russia. A ripper from the line by Heinola goes high and wide. Dubé sends this up for Probert. He couldn't get anywhere. Bounce back in. Simon Tevel chases this in behind the German net. He gets rubbed out of the play. Came to the front of the net. And a good opportunity for Hirvonen. Heinola in from the line. Heinola and Zimmerman. Now Heinola backtracks, but he comes up with the puck. Plays it back down low. Taken by Munzenberger. He couldn't do anything with it. Niemela in at the right point. Probert stopped him. Niemela plays it right back in. Long wrister. And Tiefensee will hang on to that.
Well, Germany, since scoring that goal to make it 3-1, got some jump in their step. Been pretty good here in the second period.
Boy, for Antti Pennanen, he was telling Mark Masters, maybe coaching 10-year-olds where he dealt with a bench this small. So few people on it for the German team. Petman, behind the Finnish bench there, has his full complement of players.
There's the German bench.
Dave Tomlinson was working over on the TSN radio side, played against Toby Abstreiter, the coach of the German team. Said he was a very, very hard worker, a tough guy to play against. Finland controlling again in the German end of the ice.
There's Dubé again in the middle of a defensive play. He's been really good.
Rope Yervente, another Ottawa draft pick in this game. There he is mixing it up in front of the German net. Into the back half of period number 2 and a 3-1 lead for Finland.
There's Toby Abstreiter, the head coach, and he was trying to get his players focused on some different details. Very stylish, Toby Abstreiter.
50 years of age, retired after the 07-08 season in the German league. A big tournament in Finland in 16. Here's an odd man rush, cross ice for Stützle, scores!
Am I allowed to say bingo bango?
You are.
Peterka and Stützle, I mean, they see that opening and they are gone. And watch how Stützle gets himself open, and Peterka makes a perfect pass across and in his off his stick and in the back of that net. Nice pressure there on the boards that creates the turnover by Stützle, and then he gets up the ice by him. What a play. Stützle starts it by creating the turnover. Peterka reads it, And then Peterka under the stick, and Stutzla jumps to that spot. Under the stick of Ville Heinola. That's a pretty good defenseman. So it's not like they're taking advantage of the lesser defenseman here. That's a big-time play by two big-time players for Germany. He didn't score last year in the tournament, Tim Stutzla. He had some chances, but 3-2 here.
Yeah, John Jason Peterka was the guy that did the scoring last year at 4. Stutzla had the 5 assists. And Stutzla connects on that one. And Germany with 2 goals here in the second period after giving up one.
But think about how the third goal went in for Finland. It was a lucky break off the hip of Putia.
Kokkonen sends this down. Milenius couldn't get a handle on it. Petman with a bit of a whack there.
Germany with 2 goals on the last 3 shots.
Mikko Kokkonen, the Toronto draft pick, finds some room, sends it in deep and heads to the bench on the line change. And Germany back in the regroup. Alberg plays this up at center. Lundell breaks it up. Niemela takes the pass from Lundell. Back in, Simon Tyvel. Trying to work that to the front of the net, got deflected away. Lundell trying to center. That got intercepted. Schumacher can't clear. Niemela with the wrist shot. Score! All sorts of traffic. And Topi Niemela lets the wrist shot go, and it finds the back of the net. And Finland back up by 2.
Topi Niemela sniffs this one out. It comes off of a really poor turnover. Germany ends up having the puck, and then they just kind of throw it around softly, and then Finland goes right to work. Sinon Tylo, finds Niemela stepping in there, but the soft play below the goal line.
A minute 18 after Germany pulled to within 1. Finland regains the 2-goal lead. Good wrist shot there by Niemela, another Toronto draft pick. Heinola lets this go up the boards. Garavente played it back in behind his own net. Hatakka will settle this down. And the San Jose draft pick will play it back into his own end. Heinola gets to center, and Stutzla is going to get a penalty. He gets the leg out on Heinola. So
8 Germany, minor penalty, knee.
So kneeing is the call on Stutzla.
Heinola is coming up the ice, and Stutzla stepping in on him. As Heinola just takes a step through. That's not a penalty. Sorry. Not a penalty. Got him on the hip.
Well, there's the reaction of Tim Stutzla to the call.
They call it knee, and you want to be careful, but that's not a penalty. He got him on the hip.
Hirvonen back for Heinola, for Lundell. Lundell had to get away from him. Munzenberger trying to stay with Lundell. Back for Hirvonen. Hirvonen tried to pitch that down low. Got intercepted and cleared. Hirvonen charges in, but first on the puck. Schumacher, and he'll clear this all the way, or Zimmerman, and he'll clear this all the way down the ice. Heinola with the pirouette at center, drops it back. Lundell plays it to the far side boards. 1:15 left to go in the power play. Hirvonen makes his way to the front of the net. Hirvonen looking for that far side, didn't miss by much. Lundell tracks it down. Lundell into the slot. Hirvonen with a blast and a good left pad save by Tiefensee.
That was a really good save by Tiefensee.
And Niemela will hustle back. Ratty for Lambert. Lambert with a little bit of room. Lets the wrist shot go. Tiefensee makes the save. Lost where the rebound went, but then pounces on it before anyone could get to it.
Adjusting his mask now. That might have come up and got him in the mask. Referee looking on. I think it was more the snow shower he got after it. No, it got up there. Kind of got on that visor part.
Stayed with it.
There was a little bit of a snow shower after.
44 in the power play. Ratty. Parsonen plays it down to the goal line. Shot off a skate and in.
Just a bad break. That goes off of Munzenberger's skate.
Henry Nikkanen trying to get that out front. And off a skate and in. Power play marker for Finland.
5-2 for Finland, and 2 of the goals have been really fortuitous bounces, deflections. But this is right off the right skate of Munzenberger and in between the legs of Tiffensee. You know, back to the Stützle penalty. You know, coaches now, when they're trying to teach players how to check on opponents, they try to tell you to get your butt on the opposing player's hands, so to avoid coming up high or avoid going low. So they want you to come through that middle part and try to focus in on the hands. I think that's exactly what Stützle did. And still ends up in a penalty and a power play goal for Finland.
Ratty giving chase in the corner. Comes back at the line, wrister from Niemela. And that got deflected and went off the outside of the goalpost. Back up for Schumacher. And Hadeka knocks that down and controls. Hadeka getting pressured by Samuel Dubé. And Finland back in. The attempted pass for Ratty is intercepted by Gnip. Schumacher carries in. Stützle hits to the front of the net. Save was made. Rebound was there. Grabbed off by Elias. Elias down to one knee, back up, gets it back for Gnip. His long shot, that went wide glove side. And now grabbed on the far side by Putia. And he'll play it back into his own end. Euro. The bank pass, trying to find the tape of Petman, and Petman does not get a stick on that. And we'll have an icing call.
There's your goal scorer, Henry Nikkanen. Winnipeg Jets draft pick.
Draft pick of the Winnipeg Ice in the CHL as well.
He's playing in the SM League. You know, you're not going to play in a lower league, and that's not a criticism of the Winnipeg Ice or the Western Hockey League. It's, you can be playing in the SM League. That, you know, you're trying to advance to the top leagues, and that's.
Zimmerman shot, that got deflected. Dutia just sails this one high in the air. Petman goes after it. Petman first on it. Petman plays it back to the line. Hadeka takes a look, dishes off for Heinola. Heinola's shot off a stick. And that'll be grabbed and held in a face-off coming up in Germany's end. 5-2 Finns. There is always something new on Crave. Catch the latest hit movies, family favorites, and new series you won't find anywhere else. Subscribe now at crave.ca. 5-2, Finland with the lead. USA and Russia yet to come here in Edmonton. Ford Miller, Ray Ferraro will have the call of that one. And then back to 3 games again tomorrow, starting with Sweden and the Czech Republic. And then, of course, Canada and Germany will follow that. At center, cleared away by Dubé. Back forward, Heinola. Heinola lets it go up the boards, gets it back, plays it for Hadeka. Hadeka takes a bump from Dubé. Hadeka will bank it ahead for Puhaka. He'll go rink wide for Petman. Petman trying to drive it to the net, can't. Gnip forces him to the backboards. Hellenius plays it to the line. Shot from the blue line from Kokkonen. Goes off the stick in front and wide. Grabbed off by Gnip. Hellenius in on the forecheck. And this will get chopped out at center ice by Dubé. Coutillot plays it ahead for Lundell. Lundell trying to get a step on Raba. Raba up with it. Tried to play it around to the near corner. Was intercepted off a skate to the front of the net. And almost onto the stick of Anton Lundell. Peterka had it, lost it. Sharp angle try. Comes around and Stutzla's on it. Stutzla trying to pull around Coutillot. Stutzla to the short side. Save made by Piirainen. Hirvonen takes the pass from Lundell, cuts to the middle, back to Lundell. He tried to get that to the back door. Seaman Tybell was there, but he couldn't handle it. Munzenberger stopped at center. Niemela there to help out. 2.5 left to go, second period. Munzenberger carries into the German end of the ice. Plays this in for Niemela, who was jumping in from the line. It's skipped away from him. Battle on the near side. Lambert up with it. Lambert takes it around. Watched there by Florian Elias. Played it back at the line. Niemela sends it back down low. And Munzenberger intercepts. Chips it out to center, and here comes Elias. Stützle is on his way to the bench. Elias plays it in. Krobot after it, got bumped and knocked down. And Vero trying to spring Brad Lambert. Lambert almost pulled a groin trying to stay on side. And Zimmerman. Lead pass through for Albert, and this will be an icing call against Germany.
Yeah, Stützle was on that last rush. And he only had enough energy to turn right and go to the bench. He had no more energy to try to create a scoring chance or jump into the thrust. This break won't come too soon for Germany.
Gutera plays his back at the line. Back for Heinola. Heinola, a little spinorama. Gets away from Krobort. Dutia came back to the blue line to cover for Heinola. Dutia, the Columbus draft pick. After Heinola jumped into the rush. Ratty on the forecheck. Ratty has a goal in this game. Heinola for Hadaka. Hadaka back up for Ratty. Ratty takes it wide, puts on the brakes, looks for some help, throws it around the boards. Race to the far side. Puhaka gets there first for Finland. Tried to play it back down low, but it came off the leg and grabbed off by Schwager. Out to center, no further. And Kokkonen will play it for Coutillot. Back for Kokkonen. Finds some room and sends it in. Tiefensee lays it up the boards. That got blocked by Hellenius. Gnip will try it. Gnip for Schumacher. Schumacher sends it out at center. Bolek tried to get a handle on it. It was blocked. And then it does get sent in deep into the line change for Germany. And that will bring the second period to an end. So after a 2-0 lead after one for Finland, Finland now with the 5-2 lead. At one point, 2 quick goals by Germany did bring it to a 1-goal game. 40 done here in Edmonton. Finland 5 and Germany 2.
For years, Esso has supported Canadian hockey with programs like the Esso Medals of Achievement, Esso Fun Days, and the Esso Cup through our long-standing partnership with Canada's national teams. Esso, proud premier partner of Hockey Canada.
Getting down to crunch time in the National Football League, and you can catch it all on CTV and TSN. Boxing Day beginning at noon. Tom Brady and the Bucs take on the Lions. Then later on, the Dolphins. Can the Dolphins go to the playoffs? They take on the Las Vegas Raiders. That one 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific time. James Duthie and Bob McKenzie back with your second intermission. We are neutral in covering this tournament, but you have to at some point get sympathetic towards the Germans. Not only all these positive COVID tests and quarantine and a depleted lineup on this day, but is luck their newest enemy?
Yeah, they had some bad luck in that second period. You know, a bit of more improved play from them in that period, although they looked really shaky on that Niemela goal with the giveaway down low. But early on, I mean, they come right out, and the goal that the Finns get early to give them some more momentum in a 3-0 lead is just a deflection. No chance for the goaltender. Then there's that penalty on Stützle that I didn't love. Craig didn't love it. I thought the Finnish defenseman kind of took himself out of the way and ended up taking the brunt of that hit. And then it's just a power play goal, but again, off the German defenseman. So you got to battle the short lineup. You've got to battle being down. They get it back to 3-2, and then you end up with a goal like that to make it 5-2, and it's an even bigger uphill climb now.
Samuel Dubé was the guy who got Germany back in it and got them on the board. And if you're of our generation and have followed this tournament for a long time, you may recall that name for Canada.
Yeah, Samuel Dubé plays for the Halifax Mooseheads. More of a depth offensive player for them. He didn't put up huge numbers in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, but I'll tell you what, he has a gaping, wide open net here that he misses on, but then he follows the play up and does a nice job of coming out from the corner, although the Finns really opened up a lane for him to make it, and he makes no mistake there. I'll tell you what, very same size as his dad, Yannick Dubé, who played for Canada at the 1994 World Junior Championships. Yannick Dubé was a star on that team. He had 5 goals and 10 points. He was tied for the team lead in points. Yannick Dubé put up huge numbers in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League for the Laval Titan. I believe it was 66 goals his final year of junior. So like father, like son to a certain extent, but it's still pretty cool for Samuel Dubé to score a goal in the World Junior Championship all those years after his dad was such a star when Canada won in Ostrava in the Czech Republic.
But it is Finland in control, 5-2. Topi Niemela gets the 4-2 goal, the Leafs' third rounder, and he's standing by with our Ryan Rishog.
Well, Topi, your opponent is obviously shorthanded tonight. When you're playing against a team that's going to be tired, what sorts of things have you guys done well to make that even harder for them?
We play good together, and we play pucks to the net and shoot a lot, so that's what maybe one reason.
They kept it close for a little bit. You've opened up a lead. Did you sense that they started to fatigue and get tired?
Yeah, of course. They played better at the beginning of second period, but we played that better that last 10 minutes, that second period, and it's been a good hockey game.
You're a Toronto Maple Leafs draft pick. Tim Stützle is with the Ottawa Senators. You might see a lot of each other. How aware do you have to be when he's on the ice, even though he may be tired tonight?
He's a great player, and I have to wake up and play good. He's a great player.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Hey, Topi provides us the perfect segue to our next segment. Tim Stützle's draft selection was memorable for all of us. We'll see it through his eyes next.
Hockey Canada, Tim Hortons has supported minor hockey for over 35 years through the Timbits Hockey Program and its commitment to developing teamwork, confidence, and social skills in an inclusive environment. Timbits Hockey, where the first goal is having fun.
Hey, we realize it's Christmas. You might have missed this. Switzerland, Slovakia in the opener. Scoreless in the third, if you want to say it correctly. Slovakia on the attack. Roman Fight will get the rebound in front. And Fight finally has the first goal of the World Juniors as Slovakia takes a 1-0 lead. But the story was at the other end in net. A few minutes later, Swiss on the power play. Simon Lakpotsi with a ridiculous save with the glove sliding across. 28 saves for the shutout. Slovakia beats the Swiss 1-0. Here's Ryan Rishog with the hero.
I have a feeling we're going to see the highlight of that glove save all over television for the next couple of days. Tell me about it.
Oh, cool. It was just the puck rebound on the side, and I couldn't see nothing. Just the puck moved on the right, and I slide over there, and it hit me in the glove.
Just a sensational performance. Tim Stützle has a goal for Germany, but he's playing on an undermanned, depleted team on this day. But we've still seen those flashes of why the Ottawa Senators believe he is a centerpiece of their future. We remember his draft moment. It's one of the coolest things we've ever seen at the draft, with the late Alex Trebek announcing the selection. Well, if it was cool for us, imagine what it was like for Tim.
To make the third selection in the 2020 NHL draft, the Senators have enlisted the services of a special guest who also happens to be a graduate of the University of Ottawa.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Jeopardy! Our category today is the NHL. Here is the clue for you. With the third pick in the 2020 NHL draft, the Ottawa Senators choose this player. The correct response? Who is Tim Stützle? Yeah.
Danke dich auch mal. Ja. Ciao. Danke mal.
Freust du dich?
Ja, sehr.
Papa! Papa muss auch noch kommen. Papa!
Wo ist der?
Der David kommt wieder. Am Feiern. Was machst du jetzt? Ich will feiern. Ich will jetzt hier nicht Fotos. Alles gut.
3 super.
Nein.
Ja, Lila ist top. Super. Ich glaube, es kann mich eigentlich gar nicht besser treffen. Bei mir ist alles super. Ich bin super happy, dass jetzt alles geklappt hat. Ich denke, das ist eigentlich das Beste, was mir passieren konnte. Ich hatte auch viele Meetings mit denen davor, kommen super rüber, sind gerade im Rebuild. Deswegen eigentlich das, was am besten für mich ist, denke ich, wo ich auch wahrscheinlich die höchste Wahrscheinlichkeit habe, dann so schnell wie möglich auch zu spielen, was auch mein Ziel ist. Und ja, war einfach ein super toller Abend bis jetzt und ich hoffe, dass ich jetzt auch bald mal wieder reingehen kann zu den Jungs und zu meiner Familie. Natürlich.
On top of everything else, very nice young man, helped our crew carry gear into the rink the other day. He has a goal for Germany, but they're in tough, down 3 to Finland, heading to the third.
Lots of scoring in that second period. Michael Putia at 139, Samuel Dubé 534 from Volek. And then Tim Stützle with his first of the World Junior. And then Finland coming back with a couple. Henri Nikkanen with the one at 13:51 on the power play to make it 5-2 at the end of 40 minutes. Third period about to get going. We talked about Brad Lambert going to be a good draft pick. What have you seen from him?
Well, you see the ease of his skill. I mean, he can skate well. He's got very good hands. He's got the real opportunistic vision and ability to understand where do I need to get to take full advantage. He can handle the puck well. I mean, he's a terrific player that really has that ease to his skill. He can shoot the puck, he can make plays. He's an excellent skater. And, you know, he just turned 17 on December 19th, and he plays with a composure and with an assuredness far beyond his age. Zunko Lane, assistant coach of the New York Islanders, drafted by the Detroit Red Wings in the second round, Stanley Cup champion with the Washington Capitals.
Well, I was with
Brad's going to be a real significant.
Yes.
He's had a really good year. Started the year in the SM Liga at 16, just turned 17 over here, but not easy to play in that league. certainly when you're a teenager, when you start at 16 and have some success like he's had, certainly an indication of how bright his future is.
Well, you mentioned Lane. Brad's dad is Ross. They played together for 1 year when I was with the Saskatoon Blades. Lane had 59 goals and 119 points. Ross had 28 goals and 106 points. So there is some offense in the family. Turned over at center ice. Here comes Lundell as he takes that lead pass from Vero. Couldn't get anywhere with it. Cobourg lost control of it. Back to the front of the net. Lundell had his stick lifted. In from the line is Emil Vero. Lets the wrist shot go. It never got to the net as that got blocked. Good block there by Gutzel. Centered in front. On and off the stick of Parsonen. And now cleared up at center, no further. Bouncing puck, Giravente. Trying to poke it back in, does. Lambert goes in after it. First on the puck, though, is Blitzel, and he'll clear it around the boards. Urainen steers it away for Puutio. Finland completes the change, and Puutio dishes off for Kokkonen. Kokkonen through the middle of the ice, looking for Nikkanen. Kokkonen at the line, long shot, and Ratty tried to deflect it.
For 4 years, teams have done amazing things to raise the Chevrolet Good Deeds Cup. But this year, ideas triumph. What would you do with $100,000 for your community?
Finland up 5-2, lost in the bronze medal game last year. Finland did. They opened the championship with a 3-2 loss in overtime to Sweden, and then lost in the bronze medal game, a 3-2 overtime loss to Sweden. Their big win was the 1-0 game against the United States. Cleared back at the line, long shot, that got turned away.
That was in the quarterfinal.
The ironic part of that game is Jonas Oden had the only goal of the game for Finland, and he was actually born in the United States. Played up through center. Both teams will make a line change.
Well, this is probably a good time for me to make a line change and offer my apologies to the call on Tim Stützle. After getting a couple more looks at it, he made contact with the knee, and certainly the absolute right call. I should learn to just try to get a couple more looks. And I think the intention was good, but it doesn't matter. It was a penalty.
Hetman in front of the net, try to get a stick on that. Stützle takes it wide. Good wrist shot to the short side. And that goes up and out of play. So as we near the 3-minute mark of period number 3, another look at Tim Stützle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, watch him explode here. He just is moving so effortlessly. He tries to make sure he gets himself open. He shifts one way, gets defenseman turned around. What I love about him, too, he kind of looks skyward. You know why? Because he thinks he can make a play every time he has the puck. You love it.
The good news for him, his team, for the Ottawa Senators and hockey fans in general is, looks as though that hand is healed.
I would imagine that even if his hand wasn't fully healed, that he could do things that a lot of players can't do. I say this, they're different players, but Peter Forsberg had a similar type of mindset when he jumped out on the ice. I'm taking control of the game. I'm not going to feel my way around. I'm going out there. I can make a difference when I'm out there, and that's what I'm going to do. I think Tim Stützle has a very similar type mindset and approach to the game. They got some real good talent coming into Ottawa. You look at Stützle, Jake Sanderson, and Ridley Gregg, another one of their first-round picks who was at Canada's camp and unfortunately wasn't able to really get his game in order due to that quarantine.
A lot of players from here will make their way straight to NHL camps should everything stay on course for the National Hockey League. Viro for Niemela. Niemela tried to chop that through center, blocked down by Schumacher. Schumacher dishes it off, and the long wrister is grabbed and held. Enrique Morales with that long wrist shot.
So here's what led to the first goal. There is the hit by Stützle, and then quickly back into the play as Peterka delivers a beautiful pass under the stick of Heinola. He makes no mistake on it. He's an enthusiastic player. He's got a great enthusiasm for playing, and just love to watch him.
Not a lot of rest for him and his teammates as they'll be back at it. A 4 o'clock local start. Stopped in front of the net as that came off the shaft of a stick. And a bit of a broken play, and Schumacher with a great opportunity. Lambert carries it back in, throws it back. Long shot from Pokinen, blocked in front of the net. No! Back up through center for Volek. He'll slip this all the way down the ice and head to the bench on the line change, and Mikko Pokinen will go back and regroup for Finland. Pokinen will dump this in off the backboards for Glutzo. Back out to center. Ratty breaks it up, and Ratty will play it back for Ville Heinola. Heinola off to a terrific start in Finland this year. 14 points in 19 games with Lukko.
We're talking about Tim Stützle and the Ottawa Senators and young prospects. Robbie Yerventi, who's in this game, their first pick in the second round. But in the game following this one, rushing the USA, Ottawa Senators fans, you got another look at Jake Sanderson, the 5th overall pick, and Tyler Clevin from the USA, who they drafted with their 2nd pick in the second round. Very promising young players. A team in Ottawa that has definitely got some real bright days ahead.
Heinola sends this back into the corner. Ratty goes in after it. Ratty trying to work it free. It makes its way to the near corner. And Rabba will chip it off the boards out to center, and we'll go to stoppage and play.
Here's a chance in front of the net by Schumacher. Comes right to him, and it looks like puck just ends up in a, not on a flat spot, but now he's got to try to make clean contact with him. A good save by Piroinen. But you'd like to have that puck as a shooter a little bit, like, not a little bit, you'd like to have it flat.
Rabba back for it. Plays it all the way around the boards and grabbed off by Zimmerman. For Dubé. And Niemela will hustle back for Finland. Niemela gets pressure from both sides. Almost turned it over. Just slip it to the near corner. Emil Viro plays it for Petman. Petman comes back into his own end. Plays it back for Viro. Long wrist shot. Blocker save made by Tiefensee. Hellenius trying to wrap around with that long reach of his. It ends up in the slot. Coburn sends it deep and then heads to the bench on the change, and Petman is there for Finland, and he'll just leave it in behind his own net for Puutio. Puutio, a Florida draft pick. Spent some time in the Western Hockey Leagues with Current and Everett. Lundell, quick lead pass. Simon Tyvel. He's forced to the outside by Munzenberger. And now right back up the ice for Volek. Trying to center it, comes off the skate, fluttered its way to the front of the net. And there to grab it off and take it out of harm's way is Lundell. For Simon Tyvel. Off his stick, and now Germany will control. Enrico Morales plays it back into his own end, around for Gnip. Elias had this get away from him, and Billy Hanel was on it. Hanel getting hounded there, lost control of it. Elias tried to get that across for Stützle after the puck came loose. Zimmerman backdoor play. Munzenberger with a good rush up the ice. And now right back for Stützle. Stützle takes it wide on Hadeka. Stützle takes it up high, lets the wrist shot go. Off the stick in front, loose puck, score. Elias bangs it in after Stützle with a good play. Gets it to the front of the net with a bit of a knuckler that Pia Ryden couldn't handle.
Santeri Hadeka is a pretty good defenseman. And Tim Stützle turns his feet around and makes him fall right down, ends up breaking his stick. But right here, he just twists and turns him around. He has no chance to catch up to him. And then as Stützle comes up high, throws the puck to the net. And there is Elias all over the rebound. But on the attack, where Stützle just, he leaves you foot-tied. Right? Like you just have no way. You're trying to figure out, okay, do I go right with him? Do I go left? How do I stay in front of him? That's one of the significant things in Tim Stützle's skating, his ability to put you on your heels. That's exactly what he did with Santeri Hadeka. Pretty good defenseman.
Well, Toby Abstrider has to be fairly pleased with what he's seen from his understaffed squad. Here in this game, they've hung in there with Finland. Finland with 16 drafted players.
Not only short-handed, Dennis, but they only got on the ice yesterday, you know, for some work.
Long pass up the middle. Volek will play it into the corner, and back forward is Viro.
And 2 goals for Finland were very fortuitous bounces.
Correct. With some speed through center ice for Puhaka. Save there, and it gets cleared. 10:50 left to go here in the third. 2-goal lead for Finland. Time now for the Gatorade shift of the game, and we'll take you back to Samuel Dubé. Has this opportunity here. Perseverance pays off, gets a second chance, walks to the front of the net, finds the back of the net, and has a goal here at the World Junior Hockey Championship. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Hellenius trying to work it out of the corner. Plays it back at the line. Kokkonen off the backboards, looking for the carom off that corner board to the front of the net. Almost got it. Hellenius stays on it. Now knocked off of his stick, and Volek will slide it out to center ice and back to the Finnish blue line. Kokkonen on it again, plays it back. Good move at center ice by Putio. Putio drops it. Wrister from Puhaka misses the net. Munzenberger will send it in. And Finland turns it right back up with Petman. Petman forced to the outside by Zimmerman. Back to pick up the loose puck is Tim Stützle. Nice pass up the middle. On for Prohorka. He busts his way through. Couldn't get a good clean shot away though. Peterka with an opportunity. Play back for Hadeka.
JJ Peterka, another really strong offensive player for Germany. A great example there, attacking.
Hanel at the line, goes cross ice. Turn back to the front of the net. That pass failed to materialize as Albert tried to play it off that back post. And Hanel on the loose puck, plays it up, reverses against the traffic. Hirvonen trying to get it back
made a nice play coming back on that play to the net. He got on the stick. Robot.
Hanel parks in behind. And Finland will complete the line change. Stopped at center ice. Absolutely not a lot of room there for Parssinen. Back in for Lambert. Lambert wrist shot. That is stopped by Tiefensee. Germany back with Bullock. He overskates it at center. Sent back in by Parssinen. Schumacher will chip it off the boards, and Niemela back for Finland. We're near the 12-minute mark of period number 3, and a 5-3 lead here for Finland. USA, Russia yet to come. Race for it. Putia takes a bump on the play, try to get it back up the boards. Putia from the blue line, long wrist shot, and Putio's shot gets turned away. Putio on it again, tees it up, doesn't shoot it, now he does, and that got blocked by Elias. Plays it down for Nikkanen. Nikkanen drops it back for Putio. Putio sends it to the corner, gets it back, and then it gets away from him, and that allows Elias to skate it back for Germany. Elias tried to work it around Nikkanen, could not. Nikkanen takes a bump, chips the puck ahead, and here comes Ratty. Ratty will drop big hit along the boards here as Puhaka got bumped hard. Back in for Heinola, and a good right pad save there by Tiefensee. Yannick Dubé chips this in, goes in after it. Samuel Dubé. Long lead pass, that's a misfire. Petman goes in after it. Tiefensee clears it away. Helenius stops it. Ends up in behind the net. Blitzel sends it for Albert. Albert skates it to the line, dishes it off. And save there by Pia Reinen. And he will hang on to it. 5-2 Finland here in the third. Well, we talk about rivalries in hockey. There's a good one tonight. United States and Russia. As the teams make their way into the building here in Edmonton. That'll be a 7:30 local start.
Russia, USA, I'll tell you what. Buckle up. Should be a good one. Always are.
Two very good teams.
That pool that with Russia, USA, Sweden, and Czech Republic, wow. That's a challenging group.
Sweden's 52-0 record will get challenged. Sweden will be the first game tomorrow against the Czech Republic. Niemela, who has a goal in this game, plays it back in behind the net. Gnip. Nice little move in tight. He'll play it for Schumacher. Schumacher will chip it to the line. Niemela held it in, but only briefly. Here comes Stützle. Stützle and Bullock pour into the Finnish zone. Pass back to the left point, no one there. In behind the play, Virinen going at it along with Stützle. And this is going to be offside. And those two had, Virinen and Stützle had their own little game going.
There's the battle here between Stützle and Virinen, and he didn't stop. A push, and stick out a little skate. And this is earlier where Stützle comes and tries to deliver the hit on Puhaka. Misses. Might have done a little bit of a face plant. A little damage there, but no worse for the wear.
Lunzenberger chips this. Parssinen with that long flip shot in, and that got grabbed and held. 5-3, Finland with the lead here in Edmonton. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We hope your day is going along very well. Wherever you are watching this game between Finland and Germany.
I'll tell you who's really benefited today. The big turkeys. They were spared. They were pardoned, whatever. It's small turkeys that have had to pay the price for Christmas dinner.
Yes, very true. Kokanen chips it off the backboards. Putio plays it out to center ice. That gets broken up by Glutzel with the loose puck grabbed off. Good shot from the near side by Yeravente, and that got turned away. Lambert stays on the loose puck. Lambert will send this deep. Came to the side of the net. Tiefensee will smother that.
Interesting when you watch Brad Lambert out on the ice, you know, he has the puck a lot. You know, he has the puck in all areas of the ice a lot. You know, he gets shots off, makes plays, and he's got a real ease to his skill. Like you know, some players, they just make it look easy. There's a really good player coming up for the NHL draft who plays here with the Edmonton Oil Kings, and he's from the Edmonton area, Dylan Gunther. Dylan Gunther has a very, like, just an ease to his skill. He just makes everything look a lot easier than it is, and that speaks to the high skill he has. And I think Brad Lambert is very similar to Dylan Gunther.
Billy Heinola with that long shot turned aside. There's another look at Brad Lambert. 17 years of age, 6 feet. And draft eligible. Face-off win back for Heinola. Heinola with the blast. Good save there through some traffic by Tiefensee. Control back way up in behind the plate, looking for that lead pass for Schumacher. Got it, but by the time he managed to control it, the Finland players did get back in defensive posture.
The Finnish coaches were screaming, yelling, like, hey, get this guy back here. That's what they should do. Germany try to stretch it out, try to sneak somebody in behind.
Stützle will bounce this to the line, not out. It's backhanded back in deep by Nico Nikkanen, or Henry Nikkanen. Deflected up and in. And around for Niemela. Plays it for Petman. Petman finds a little bit of room. Petman being pounded there by Stützle. Stützle goes sliding into the boards. Gets up and gets right back into the play. Stützle takes the pass from Peterka. Up the left side boards, not as much on that pass as Peterka would have liked. And Hellenius will carry back in. Hellenius gets forced to the outside by Glutzel. Turned over at center. Right back in for Hellenius. Hellenius off that backside. Big Munzenberger trying to tie his man up. Dubé on the loose puck, slips it to the near corner. Munzenberger with that long reach will jam it ahead, and here comes Dubé. Putio blocks this at the line and sends it back into the German zone.
Watching Germany right now, you know, with their short bench, it's like watching double overtime in the NHL when they get into the double overtime and the shifts become shorter and shorter, and they try to maximize what they have in the first 15 to 20 seconds of a shift.
Lundell tried to go high short side.
And to be expected.
Centered in front, Lundell with another opportunity, and Tiefensee with a good save.
Nice save by Tiefensee, right on it.
Lambert winds it up. Again, finds a little bit of room as he sifts his way into the German zone. Through some traffic, save made by Tiefensee. Puck is loose. Another try by Lambert. That got blocked. Stuffed ahead by Rabbit. And it does get out to center ice.
If I ever lose sight of the puck, I just look for 33.
Seems to find him. Heinola with the long blast, and Tiefensee will hang on to it for the face-off.
Well, you know, I think that the Germans, a little time out here for the Germans, but, you know, they've been enthusiastic in their play. The energy has been up throughout the game. This was on a near break, and they're engaged. You know, and they've competed, they played hard, and, you know, we heard J.J. Peterka after the second period say, hey, no excuses. We're going to give it everything we have, and they have. They got to really tip your Christmas cap to them on Christmas Day. They've gone through a lot in quarantine, only let out on the 24th, limited practice time, and they have come out and talk about emptying the tank. I think they've absolutely done that.
Their goal is to make the quarterfinal, and a tough start. They have Finland today. They've got Canada tomorrow, but then they get a day off, and then it's Slovakia and Switzerland after that. That is their tournament.
It is. And, you know, with Slovakia beating Switzerland in the first game of the tournament earlier today, you know, if they beat Switzerland, that ostensibly gets, because Switzerland's not beating Canada and Finland, so you know, it'd be nice if they could beat Slovakia, but if they beat Switzerland, they're in the quarterfinal. And my bracketology's blown to bits.
And again, no relegation this year. All these teams will be back. So certainly Germany can be in the situation there as they, at the back end of their schedule.
Well, I know one thing. Switzerland doesn't have any of the high-end skill that Peterka and Stützle offer. They couldn't score on Slovakia.
Correct.
It was a challenge for them. They had their chances. And Slovakia had their challenges, but Stützle and Peterka, they can put it away.
At the line for Hadaka, tried to get it deep, rattle it off teammate shin pads. As Butria took that one off the leg.
You know, it's interesting, too, because they've made pretty darn sure on the Finnish bench that Hadaka and Heinola have been out against Stützle and Peterka. They know they're not taking anything for granted, put their best two defensemen out there against them.
Elias across with Stützle.
Best pair, I should say.
Peterka headed to the front of the net. The puck didn't get there, and here comes Hadaka. Hadaka takes it wide on Simon Gnip. Gnip was captain of the D1 U18 team for Germany. Puck bounces around at center. Stützle had it get away from him. Emil Viro chases it down, sends it all the way back into his own zone. Cleared ahead by Hirvonen. Rister to the far side, save made by Tiefensee. Dubé in his own zone. Up at center for Gnip, and he'll send it in. And this is going to be an icing call with 27.3 left to go in the third period.
There's J.J. Peterka, Stützle. Yeah, they're tired. Hold your heads high, young men on German's bench. You acquitted yourselves exceptionally well under very challenging circumstances against a very good opponent.
Again, next up for Germany is Canada tomorrow. Parssinen out there to take the face-off against Dubé. Parssinen pulls it back. Heinola with the attempted slap shot. Didn't get much on it, went off the heel of the stick. And Dubé will circle back in his own zone. Dubé will play this ahead for Peterka, back for Dubé. Cuts in and just slipped it wide. Nice give and go there.
No quit.
And to the bench now for the extra attacker is Tiefensee, but time is going to run out. Sharp angle try, save made, and Finland will start the 2021 World Junior Championship with a victory, 5-3. Germany hung in there, got it down to a 3-2 game for a while in the second period. Finland came back to take a 5-2 lead and only one goal here in the third, and there's your final.
I would say that the German players are going to sleep well tonight. They should. They shouldn't have an early wake-up call. They should go on the ice until the warm-up prior to the Canada game on December 26th. But yeah, applaud yourselves because you deserve it. 9
forwards and 5 defensemen in this game for Germany. And that will be the same case tomorrow as they take on Canada, and then later on in the tournament they will get some players out of quarantine and add to their roster.
Of each team is presented by Explore Edmonton, the visitor economy and venue management organization for Edmonton. Each winner will be awarded with a custom wallet from local maker Close General Leather Company. Recipients will receive their award after they exit the ice. The best player of Team Germany est le numéro 25, number 25, Mario Zimmerman.
So Mario Zimmerman, who logged a ton of ice time back there. Player of the game for Germany.
The best player of Team Finland est le numéro 34, number 34, Aku Ratu.
Aku Ratu gets player of the game for Finland. And now the national anthem of the winning team to finish this game.
Et maintenant pour l'hymne national for the national anthem of Team Finland.
The 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship from Edmonton, Alberta is brought to you in part by Esso. The Esso brand has fueled Canada's love of hockey for over 80 years. By Nike, official gear of Canada's national hockey teams. By TELUS, helping build stronger communities on and off the ice. When we give back together, we're all connected for good. And by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Team Canada. The 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship from Edmonton, Alberta is brought to you in part by Chevrolet. Find new reasons to cheer. Find new roads.
Gutsy effort by Germany today, but man, this is a tough turnaround. Right back at it tomorrow against the rested and eager to get out there Canadian team, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're on the air for the pregame. The drop of the puck a little after 6 o'clock Eastern time. James Duffy back with Bob McKenzie. If nothing else, does Canada learn not to take the Germans too lightly and to watch number 8 wherever he is on the ice?
That is correct on both counts. And I'm not sure how much Stützle will have left for tomorrow because it looks like he left absolutely everything out there on the ice, but he's a special player, and special players find a way to bounce back. But, I mean, what a remarkable day for him, just in terms of the effort that he gave. And that one-timer there, because that was not in the wheelhouse. That one was off his front foot more than his back foot, and he was on his outside edge. Just absolutely incredible. And just the entire time, anytime he's on the ice, he's so dynamic. He has the goal. He has this assist where he so often he picks up that puck and just basically circles the wagons around the opponent. He did some damage to himself on that missed hit into the boards. Looked like he was pretty banged up after that, and then further got into it with Ronnie Hirvonen down in the Finns end and really took an absolute beating over there too. So I'm sure he and the Germans are going to be worn out for their game against Canada tomorrow, but as I said, don't underestimate them.
Sens fans pumped about this and pumped to watch Jake Sanderson tonight for Team USA. As well, the Montreal Canadiens get to watch their first round pick, Cole Caulfield, the Leafs, Rodion Amirov, and the Canucks, Vasily Podkolzin. Plus, you get to see the States and the Russians, which is always a terrific matchup at the World Juniors. So everybody in Group A has now played except for the Canadians. Slovakia winning this earlier today, and Finland winning this one. Canada, again, gets at it tomorrow against Germany. USA-Russia coming up shortly. Stay with us here on TSN.